Hey, what's up guys? Alex here and welcome back to my channel, and I hope that you're doing well. Today's video is a pretty straightforward install. I'll be installing a pair of ditch lights onto my 2019 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. So stick around and let's learn how to do this together and see how we can turn this to this. Let's have a look at our installation materials and tools. First, we have a pair of Nilight amber LED ditch lights, and these are rated at 3600 lumens. Next, we have a Nilight wiring harness, and I'm so sorry about the incorrect photo here, but no offense. Again, these are the Nilight wiring harness, which comes with a rocker switch that I will be switching out to an OEM style switch once I receive it. We have some standard wire connectors here, and also the installation hardware and brackets. Next, we have a pair of CBI ditch light brackets that we will be mounting onto the hood, and as you can see here, these are clearly marked as P for passenger and D for driver's side, so they make it hard to screw this one up. And as far as tools are concerned, we have a mini impact gun with 12 and 13 millimeter sockets and a ratcheting wrench set right here. Please check out the video description below for the item descriptions and links if you are interested in any of these products. And so it looks like we have everything that we need to do this install. Let's go ahead and get cracking. Okay, so first step is to install the light brackets. And my only concern is because I have the desert intake, I'm hoping that we have enough clearance to mount the light bracket and ditch lights so it'll not interfere with this. So I'm crossing my fingers, hope it works out well, and let's get to it. Okay, so we'll be doing the passenger side first. First step is to undo these bolts here so we can install the light bracket. But as you notice, we have our windshield washer line, so we just want to get this out of the way just to make sure that we don't puncture it or anything during the process. So there's a clip here that's holding it. All you got to do is pull it out away from it and take it out of the way. Now I've taken a 12 millimeter socket to undo this. So as soon as I take out this second bolt here, I suspect that this whole hood is going to shift. So luckily I have gas struts to sort of hold it in place. So let's see how this goes. So there's a little bit of shift here. So we'll need to maneuver it so we can put it back in place, and let's do that now. So remember, we have the bracket that's labeled P for this side. And now don't forget to replace your windshield washer line. There you go. Let me just do the other side, and that will be it for our brackets. So now we're installing the driver's side, mark D. This one shifted a lot more than I wanted, but we should still be able to put this back on. There you go. There you go. That was easy. So let's see, make sure that it closes properly, nothing's obstructing it, and mount the ditch lights. Okay, so after mounting, this is what it looks like. And let's just check out the other side. So we do have about 1.5 inch clearance between the desert intake and the bracket. So we should be able to mount our ditch lights without any issues, I hope. Let's just open it right now, just to make sure that there's enough clearance. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this here, but yeah, there's a lot of room behind it. Now we only have maybe 1/2 inch between the desert intake and the bracket. So let's mount the ditch light first and see how that works out. If I can clear this without any problem, then I'm pretty sure the other side will fit a lot better. So let's install the movable bracket first, and it's basically bolt, lock washer and washer. So this is a little tricky because of the desert intake, but we'll just have to be patient with it and hopefully nail this somehow. Let me try doing this last. So I'm just installing the bracket first, and then somehow slip this on. There we go. There we go. So let me just tighten this and it should be good to go. So one down. Let me just open up the hood and see if there's any disruption between the desert intake and the ditch light. So now let's prop open the hood to check if there's any contact between the housing of the ditch light and the windshield or the desert intake. Alright, so that's fully open, and as you can see, we have enough clearance between the intake and the housing. And let's just go behind it to see if it's touching the windshield. So as you can see here, there's about close to 1/4 of an inch gap between the light housing and the windshield. So we are good to go. So this is the wiring diagram, and it looks pretty straightforward. We have the connections to the lights. One goes to the driver's side, one goes to the passenger side. This goes to the battery. This is for ground, the black, and the relay needs to be mounted on the body somewhere. And we have the rocker switch, which I will be replacing to an OEM once I have my OEM part delivered. But basically you'll have to unclip this so you can fish this through the firewall, and this comes out to the other side into the cab of the truck, and it's pretty straightforward. Right now, let's mount the relay. Now we need to fish the harness to connect the switch to through the firewall. And this is a little tricky, but what I do is I use a long screwdriver and just attach it to the end and tape it up. Just electrical tape. And hope that it holds, and we'll give it a shot. So we're all done. I just need to strap up those loose wires with tie wraps and close it up. Let's test it out and see how it works. I waited for it to get a little dark so we can do a test and see how this one looks. Whoa, that's pretty bright. So again, this is the Nilight ditch lights, and this is rated at 3600 lumens. It's actually pretty good. It's not bad at all, considering I only paid $37 Canadian for this. So very happy with the install. I think it's a pretty simple install and very affordable, and I'd say a must-have install. So there you have it, guys, another installation complete, and I think that install went well, considering I only paid between the brackets and the harness and the actual ditch lights. It only cost me under $100 US, so that's a pretty good mod for my truck, and I'm pretty excited to get it out on the trails and see how well it performs. So I'll be doing a review after I get out for some off-roading, and we'll do a video on that and keep you guys up to date. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you would consider subscribing. And to my subscribers, thank you very much for following me as always. And until the next time, but for now, remember, if you can be anything, you might as well be nice.